are back with my longtime bestie, Monica Okolo of Braid Bar Houston. All right, you put the locks in, you took them out, which was a process.
Yes.
What's the average amount of time people can expect for like input and output?
Okay, so to input, it takes about 4.5 hours. I create the locks beforehand so that it reduces the amount of time that you have to sit in the chair, because I know y'all are busy people.
Yes.
But they take down.
Takedown.
You just got to be patient. So I can take some styles down in about 4 hours. But if you get the retouch, it's basically 2 rounds of wrapping. So it can take up to 6 hours.
Yes, I appreciate your hard work on that. So, we were talking about hair growth. You were shocked by how much my hair grew as well during this process. What is it about oils, or particular oils, because you make your own, that can help with that hair growth?
So what started me to making these types of oils is that a lot of the people would say they were using castor oil, and I love castor oil, but I wanted to add something to it. So I have my mixtures that I do. I research different things that help and work in conjunction with one another. So I have a braid oil that is good for your scalp. You can also apply it to your strands, and then also have a growth oil.
It feels so good when you just put a little bit on those parts. You've had people really struggling with hair growth, like bald patches and things like that. Use that as well.
Absolutely. And people who also suffer with a dry scalp. So there's just different ways that you can incorporate these into your routine. And I usually tell people to do like the lock method, or the LCO, which is like a liquid, a oil, and a cream.
Okay. Are there any other things that we need to do if we really want to, get that length going?
I would say to minimize how much you manipulate your hair.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you have a clean scalp, so those 2 things can encourage hair growth.
Okay, so don't do too many hair tosses.
Not too many.
Not too many. Okay. I mean, it's just for today.
Okay. You almost reach your max, but you're good.
I'm gonna save one for later. Okay. So you mentioned scalp health, and I actually visited a place after we took the locks down.
Yes.
I went to Scalp HQ, where they specialize in that. There's a whole scalp treatment spa, I will call it. Let's go ahead and take a look. Awesome, and a lot has changed.
I know. I'm looking at this head of hair. I'm like, we can't wait to get in.
Yes, there's been a lot of growth, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Go.
Let's do it.
All right, Chelsea, let's get you changed, get you comfortable, wear this robe, and come right out.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yay. All right, Chelsea, have a seat. Get comfortable, and we are going to take a look at your scalp.
Okay, all right, so tell me about what we're doing today.
You are going to get a detox. You need a detox because you're just coming out of protective style, so gong, build-up, all of that should be on the hair. So I'm going to ask you a few questions first, and then we're going to do a scalp examination.
All right, what do you want to know?
All right, tell me more about the products you were using while you had this protective style on.
It was mostly oils for the scalp, maybe some like soothing sprays for the scalp, like the tea tree oil.
One thing about oils, they kind of sit on the scalp, so they will accumulate over time. So we're definitely going to work on cleansing your scalp. Tell me more about the shedding. When you took the hair out, how much hair did you shed?
It was a normal amount. It wasn't too much.
Okay, not
but there
too
was
much.
definitely some shedding.
And then do you have any inflammation, any burning sensation, tenderness in your scalp?
I don't think so. It feels fine right now, even when you touch it.
Okay, perfect. So let's get on with that scalp examination.
Okay.
So this is called a trichoscope. So we're going to see really close-up views of your hair follicles. We're going to be able to see if there's buildup, tension, and there's some redness, but it's not too alarming. A lot of greasiness, a lot of oil.
They look silver on the screen,
but
gray hairs.
Grays are poking through.
Yes.
You're going to check your nape area. This area tends to hold a lot of sweat and build up. Right now, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so I'm gonna take a picture of this frame because I want to do a good before-after view.
Oh, cool.
All right, Chelsea, I'm gonna hand you over to Alexis. She's our scalp
Hey,
specialist. She's gonna be taking care of you, okay?
All right, so what are we doing here at the bowl?
We're going to be treating your scalp just like a facial. So we'll be cleansing 2 times, and then we're going to exfoliate, and then after that we're going to do a deep conditioner that's pretty much going to help detox the hair from any dirts and impurities left on the hair and scalp. We're going to use the cavitation machine to go ahead and do extensive deep cleaning and suction of any more debris and dirt from the scalp as well. Your scalp's going to feel like it's breathing by the time we're finished.
Okay, let's let it breathe. Night, night. Oh my gosh, it feels so good.
All right, it's time for the big reveal.
Okay.
How was it?
It was great. I feel so refreshed
Okay.
and clean. And
Scalp is tingly?
It is tingly.
Yes.
In a good way.
That's what we want to hear. It's been properly detoxed. As you can see, there's a lot of water, hydration. Follicles are clean. You can see
Clean as a whistle.
and thick. Yes.
All right, we're gonna be here a while. Oh yeah, that was a good time. I was definitely asleep during that process. I felt really good. So bringing it back to protective styles, are there any people who should not get them?
Okay, so as far as a protective style, I think that it's possible for everybody to get a protective style, right? But I think what a protective style is sometimes confusing to people. A lot of times people may think that they need to add these extra, synthetic pieces or get some extra long braids or something for it to be a protective style, and that's not the case. You can use your own hair and get it styled and moisturized and tucked away so that you are minimizing how much you have to do to it. That'll help you retain length and get your hair growing.
So some people or some women may want to see a trichologist if they are looking to get a protective style trichologist like at the Scalp HQ. If they're dealing with certain bald spots and things like that?
Yeah, so I have women who will come who are dealing with female pattern baldness, and they may want some certain styles, and sometimes I have to turn people away and tell them that I can't offer that because it might increase the breakage. Okay. So, we do have people in our network, especially with Dr. Carey, who we can refer them to a trichologist, and that person can help diagnose what may be going on and give them options as to better things to do for their hair growth.
Okay, all right, good advice. I will say it made my life a lot easier. Get up and go beauty is what we call it. So I appreciate your friend for that. Saved me a lot of time, okay? So now that the fro is back, we got to maintain it, right, and keep it healthy. So coming up, I got another bestie coming to join me and give you some tips on keeping those curls in whatever texture you have, bouncing and flouncing, okay? Take care.